Good morning, dear students. Welcome to the next session on our subject, that is Basics of Civil Engineering. In our today's session, we are going to start the last bit of our subject, that is Basics of Civil Engineering. Okay, and that chapter is totally deals with the surveying, remote sensing, and GIS. Actually, it's a big chapter to complete. Okay, because surveying we are having lots of problems and all the numerical. It's a numerical based chapter, but as your syllabus is get revised and we have reduced 20% of the syllabus, so major portion of from this unit has been removed. Okay, and that is why this syllabus is now the part is very small for your particular subject. So without wasting further more time, let's start the unit number 4, that is the last unit of our subject, and hopefully we will complete in just upcoming maybe 3-4 lectures. I will take more time because we have sufficient time to complete our syllabus. Okay, and as I told you previously also, I have planned to conduct the MCQ test. Okay, now after the end of syllabus, make sure you have completed all the assignments and you have uploaded that assignments on the Google form link. Okay, if the link is not with you for your BC subject, okay, so I will provide the link today only. You can upload your remaining assignments on that particular link. You can then you have to appear for all the MCQ tests which are going to happen in the future upcoming span within 8 days. Okay, there will be no time restriction at any time. I will just drop the link to you. You need to solve at home. Okay, so that will have a good practice of the MCQ questions. Okay, that questions are from previous year question paper, as well as these are newly drafted based on your syllabus also. Okay, because we can't predict what kind of MCQs are there they are going to ask in our particular subject. Okay, this is the first time that syllabus is been divided into the 2 parts, basic civil and basic mechanical. Syllabus they have changed, they have revised, they have cut it down. So we'll give our best. Okay, so let's proceed further. Our unit number 4 is basically deals with the surveying, remote sensing, and GIS. Now, actually, you are familiar with all these 3 words. Can you define this word, surveying, remote sensing, and GIS, one by one? Anyone? What is surveying? At first, we will discuss the definition of the word surveying. What is surveying? Already we have discussed this part in our unit number 1. If you remember, what is surveying?
It is art and science of determining the terrestrial or three-dimensional positions of points and the distances of points and the angles between them.
Okay, good. So what is surveying? Surveying is nothing but the art and science of determining the relative position of the object, maybe from mean sea level or from any particular point. Okay, and actually this surveying, as this word indicates, we are totally deals with the taking out the measurements. Okay, we are totally deal with the taking out the measurements. What kind of measurements that we need to take as per our subject is considered. Okay, how we are going to calculate the distance, what instruments we are going to use it. So that part is there in this surveying. Remote sensing, the next definition. Who is going to give the definition? Who will explain this? What is remote sensing? So again, this part we have revised it in our chapter number 1. Go ahead, please.
The science and art of acquiring information about objects from measurement made at a distance without any physical contact with the objects.
Okay, so remote sensing is the domain of or the subdomain of our surveying branch. Okay, in which we are going to gather the information of any object. We are going to gather the information of the object without being in physical contact with that particular object. So from a longer distance, directly we are taking out the, we are just collecting the information for that particular object. Okay, and GIS. What is the long form of GIS? Long form of GIS. What GIS?
Geographic information.
Geographical information system. So that is the meaning of the word GIS. So let's proceed further. Surveying, as you know, you can see such nice picture is there for better understanding of this word. What actually we are going to do in our subject. Okay, in the field of surveying. Okay, so what you are going to see in this picture, a man is there, and there is one instrument which is mounted on a tripod stand. Now one stand, and he's just taking out the readings. He's just taking out the measurements. Okay, the worker or the other man, we called it as a rod man, who has taken a rod with him, and he's just standing. So this particular person is just going to take he's just bisecting that object, and he's taking out the measurements. Okay, that is he's measuring the distance. It may be the vertical, it may be the horizontal, it may be any angular measurement. So he's going to take out the measurements. It may be angular, or it may be the horizontal measurements. Okay, or it may be the vertical measurements. Okay, with the help of some instruments. As you can see, this is called as the total station. The picture that you can see on the presentation screen, we called it as a total station. It is mounted on a tripod stand. It is mounted on a tripod stand. आणि त्या समोर जो माणूस पाहताय तुम्ही, रॉड घेऊन उभा आहे तो, ठीक आहे, त्याला रॉडमॅन असं म्हटलं जातं आपल्या लँग्वेज मध्ये. तो रॉड घेऊन उभा आहे, तो बायसेक्ट करण्यात येईल आणि त्यानंतर त्याचे मेजरमेंट्स घेतले जातील. ठीक आहे. So surveying, coming back to the point of definition. What is the surveying? It is the art of determining. It is the art of determining the relative positions of the points or the objects on or above and beneath the surface of the earth, on, above, or beneath the surface of this earth by means of direct and indirect measurement of distances. By means of direct or indirect measurement of distances, direction, and elevation in a horizontal or in a vertical plane. In a horizontal, or in a vertical plane. See, once again, I will repeat the definition for everyone. What is surveying? It is the art of determining the relative position of the points or the objects. It is the art of determining the relative position of the points or any object which is present on the earth, which is present above, or which is present beneath the earth's surface, which is present beneath the earth's surface by means of direct and indirect. This word is again very important. By means of direct and indirect measurement of the distances. Okay. By means of direct or indirect measurement of the distances, direction, elevation in a horizontal or in a vertical plane. So you can take the measurements in horizontal direction, vertical, or it may be the angular measurements that you are going to take. Now, what are the objects of our survey? आपण हे सर्वे नेमकं का करतो? सर्वेइंग का करतोय? सर्वेइंग म्हणजे आता माझ्या माहितीप्रमाणे सर्वांना माहित झालं असेल, सर्वेइंग म्हणजेच काय रे, आपण एखाद्या ऑब्जेक्टची रिलेटिव्ह पोझिशन फाइंड आउट करतोय. कशी फाइंड आउट करतोय? तर आपण त्यासाठी मेजरमेंट्स घेतो, डायरेक्ट असेल किंवा इनडायरेक्ट असेल. ठीक आहे. So the main object of our survey is to prepare the plan, or the map of the area to be surveyed, or the map of the area to be surveyed. That is the main object of this our particular subject. A plan or the map is the horizontal projection. A plan or the map is the horizontal projection of an area and shows only horizontal distances of the points. Okay, so our basic object, one of the object of our surveying is to preparing the plan. Okay, now you are going to take the measurements, correct, of any object. How you are going to take? By means of any instrument. It may be the direct measurement you are going to take, or it may be the indirect measurement you are going to take. Okay, so you are going to take the measurements to find out the relative position of the object. Okay, and with the help of the measurements that you are going to take, okay, you are going to prepare the plan. You are going to prepare the plan. आता बघा तुमचं घर आहे. कसं कळलं रे तुम्हाला तुमच्याकडे 1 एकर जागा आहे, 1.5 एकर जागा आहे, 1200 स्क्वेअर फूट जागा आहे, 1500 स्क्वेअर फूट जागा आहे, जे काय असेल ते कसं कळलंय? कसं कळलेलं आहे? वी हॅव टेकन दी मेजरमेंट्स. आपण त्याची लांबी, रुंदी, त्याची उंची किंवा त्याची जी काही डेप्थ असेल ही मेजर केलेली आहे. ऍट ऍक्च्युअली मेजर केलेले जे काही मेजरमेंट्स आहेत हे मी त्या प्लॅन वरती ड्रॉ केलेले आहे. मी एका पेपर वरती ड्रॉ केलेले. दॅट वी कॉल्ड इट एज द प्लॅन, प्रिपरेशन ऑफ द प्लॅन्स. Just you have measured that, just you have measured the area and whatever the dimensions, just you are going to put the dimensions on the paper. That is nothing but the formation of a plan. So with the help of survey, we can prepare the plan, we can prepare the map, Now you are using Google Map or any other to find out the location, new location. मग त्या गुगलला कसं कळलं रे की ही जागा किती डिस्टन्स वरती आहे तुमच्या पोझिशन पासून, तुमच्या ओरिजिन पासून एखादं प्लेस किती अंतरावरती आहे, हे गुगलला कसं कळलं, त्या गुगल मॅप मध्ये कसं आलं? सो व्हॉट दे हॅव यूज्ड द सॅटेलाइट नेव्हिगेशन सिस्टम्स, ओके, maybe some sensors, and they have taken out the measurements. Yes, from Pune to Mumbai the distance is around 250 kilometers. Okay, from Pune to Solapur the distance is around 260 kilometers. So that information we are getting. They have used latest technology like your satellite navigation is there, radar system is there, GPS or GIS systems are there. Okay, in our orbit, that planets are evolving. Okay, do you have any information about that? How many orbits are there and how many planets are there? Any information regarding this? आपल्याकडे किती डिजिटलाइज डेटा आहे, एखाद्या ठिकाणापासून दोन वेगवेगळ्या ऑब्जेक्ट मधले डिस्टन्स तुम्हाला घर बसल्या कळते. तुम्ही जर नुसतं गुगल वरती टाकले डिस्टन्स बिटवीन पुणे टू सोलापूर, लगेच तुम्हाला दाखवतो 260 किलोमीटर. कसं कळलंय? They have used the latest technologies like satellite navigation system, radar system, laser system, GIS, GPS, everything they have used. Okay, and everything is relating with the survey, taking out the measurements. I hope I have cleared your doubt. If you have, then what are the objectives of or the purpose of the survey? Object or the purpose of the survey. So the first object is to determine the relative positions of the existing features of the ground. To determine the relative positions of the existing features of the ground. That is the first purpose or the first objective. We are going to find out the relative position. Second purpose, to lay out our marked positions of the proposed structures on the ground. Whatever the dimensions you have taken, correct? You need to draw the dimensions on the paper now. Okay, that is you are going to prepare the plan or you are going to prepare the layout. So for that purpose, again, surveying helps you. Okay, based on the dimensions, you are going to decide the proportion and then you are going to draw it on the paper. Then third purpose or the third objective is nothing but to determine the areas, volumes, and other related quantities. Next purpose, to prepare a map of a country. This is very again important. To prepare a map of a country of detailed location of the cities, town, villages, and the major district roads or the other district roads which are in there, present in that particular city, or which are running through that particular city or area. Okay, that is the next objective. This is very important, to prepare a map. Unless and until you don't have the dimensions with you, you haven't taken the measurement, how you are going to prepare a map? And for taking out the measurement, we are using some instruments, and that is the part, I can say, which is associated with the survey field. You are going to make the survey, you are going to analyze the site conditions, you are going to take out all the measurements, okay, of the different objects or the different locations, and then you are going to decide, yes, this is the area that this is the actual area that I want to construct, or this is the actual distance between the 2 points, or whatever it may be. Okay, so to prepare the map, you need to have the survey knowledge, skill of the survey, as well as you are taking help of the surveying field. Next purpose is to prepare the engineering detailed plans and the sections of various sections such as roadways, railways, bridges, dams, and other civil engineering structures. And last purpose is to prepare a topographical map showing the details of hills, valleys, and rivers. Again, this is very important. with the help of survey India, we do you know we have the Survey Department of India. This is the central government agency which will provide you the key map, index map, or the different information which is related with any particular area. Okay, it's a central government agency, Survey Department of India. Okay, Department of Survey. Okay, and the head office is at I think at Delhi. Okay, so what this department is going to provide you, actually they have done the survey of all over the India, and now they have the data of the topographical conditions, of the geographical conditions of the area. Okay, topographical conditions, basically they are going to highlight you where the hills are there, valleys are there, or how the river flow is there. Based on that you are going to decide, yes sir, this area I'm going to develop, and in this area between my construction this river is flowing, so on this river I need to construct a bridge. How you will come to know that this river is flowing between this particular area? You are going to use the topographical maps, and from where you are going to get these topographical maps? From the survey department. Okay, the person or the people who are carrying out the surveys at the different locations all over the India. Okay, they have the data and they will provide you. Any queries in this particular point, object or the purpose of the survey? Please, you can unmute yourself and you can ask me. I will give you 2 minutes. If any query is there, you can ask me. Part समझला है? Yes, no, any response?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
very good. Still, if you have any doubt, you can unmute yourself and you can ask me. Already we have discussed, I think, this part in first unit in detail. Principles of survey. Now this is very interesting part. Okay, that is the part, first half of your syllabus. We are going to finish with this particular thing. Okay, of the chapter number 4 also. Principles of survey. Survey चे काय principles are? The fundamental principles of the survey. First principle, and this is very important. Okay, you can practically apply it in your life also. Okay, to work from whole to part. To work from whole to part. This is the first principle. Don't forget. Definitely there will be some MCQs based on this part. Okay, what are the principles of survey? To work from whole to part. The first principle. And the second principle of the survey is to locate a new point, by taking out the measurements from the 2 reference points. Okay, that is finding out the relative position of any object, okay, with the help of surveying instruments. You can use any word. So to locate a point by taking the measurements between the 2 reference points, that is the second principle of the survey. Now let us understand the first principle in detail. What is to work from whole to part actually it means? If you read it carefully once again, to work from whole to part. To work from whole to parts, different parts. Now what actually we are going to do? See, this is the main principle of surveying. Here, the entire plot is divided. Read it carefully and we will read it very slowly. The entire plot is divided into the smaller triangles. And the area will be surveyed from the boundaries to the innermost triangles. Okay. The purpose of working out from whole to part is to localize the errors and to control the accumulation of the errors. Okay, नेमक्या शब्दाचा अर्थ काय होतो? याचे फर्स्ट प्रिन्सिपल त्यांनी मेन्शन केलेला आहे. The main principle is to distribute or to divide the area. आता बघा, एक साधं उदाहरण घ्या. तुम्ही पंढरपूर तालुक्यामध्ये राहताय प्रॉपर किंवा सोलापूर शहरात राहताय. मग जर तुम्हाला सांगितलं सोलापूर शहराचा मॅप काढा, whether it is possible to highlight each and everything at one stroke? No.
No.
Okay, definitely not. If I instruct you to draw the drainage line map for the Solapur city or for a drainage line map for your any Pandharpur taluka, it is possible definitely, but at one stroke it is not. सो व्हॉट ऍक्च्युली यू आर गोइंग टू डू. हा सर, मला एखादं मला काय करायचं आहे की सगळीकडे मला ड्रेनेज लाईन प्लॅन काढायचा आहे. मग मी काय करतोय, तर मी जो काही माझा सोलापूर शहराचा जो भाग होता, मी त्याला तुकड्यांमध्ये डिव्हाइड करतोय, त्याचं डिवायडेशन करतोय स्मॉलर स्मॉलर सेक्शन्स मध्ये. ठीक आहे, मी जर डिवाइड केलं तर काम कसं होणार आहे रे, सोपं होणार आहे. ठीक आहे, मग ह्या एरियामध्ये कशा पद्धतीने ड्रेनेज लाईन असेल, त्या एरियामध्ये कशा पद्धतीने ड्रेनेज लाईन, असं मी सगळ्या तो जो काही एंटायर सिटी होतं ते वेगवेगळ्या सेक्शन्स मध्ये मी डिवाइड करतोय आणि त्यानंतर तो सगळा डेटा जो आहे तो एकत्र असेंबल करतोय किंवा क्लब अप करतोय. ठीक आहे, हेच प्रिन्सिपल आहे सर्विंग मधलं आपलं. ठीक आहे, वी आर गोइंग टू डिवाइड द एरिया इंटू द स्मॉलर ट्रायंगल्स. We are going to divide the area into the smaller triangles, and then the area will be surveyed from the boundaries. जे काय boundaries आहेत, suppose triangle number first, I will use the pointer. If you see this, but this is first triangle, triangle A, D, and E. See, total area is area ABC. Okay, but how I have divided this particular total area into the different triangles. First triangle will be ADE, second triangle will be DBF, third will be your DFE, fourth will be triangle number EFC, next triangle will be triangle DFE, and then again we have divided this triangle DFE into the again different parts like triangle DJG, triangle GHE, triangle JFH. Okay, so what we have divided, actually we have just cut down the whole part into the different sections. Then if you divide it into the different parts, it will be easy for you. It will be easy for you to take out the measurements and to minimize the errors which are happened during the taking out the measurements. Okay, आपण याद्वारे जर आपण एखादा एरिया जर डिवाइड केला, खूप मोठा एरिया जर छोटे छोटे पार्ट्स मध्ये जर डिवाइड केला, सगळ्यात मोठा ऍडव्हान्टेज काय, यू कॅन कंट्रोल द अक्युमुलेशन ऑफ द एरर्स. जे जागा मोजताना जे चुका होतात आपल्याकडनं, ठीक आहे, ह्या चुका तुम्ही कमीत कमी करू शकता. मी असं म्हणणार नाही की तिथे एरर 0% अक्युमुलेट होईलच, ठीक आहे, पण ऍटलिस्ट जिथे 1% होती तिथे 0.1% एरर ऑफर होऊ शकते. का, कारण तुम्ही त्या पूर्ण एरियाला छोट्या छोट्या पार्ट्स मध्ये डिवाइड केलं. ठीक आहे, आणि म्हणूनच मला हे प्रिन्सिपल खूप आवडतं, टू वर्क फ्रॉम होल टू पार्ट. मी तुमच्या सिलेबसला सुद्धा त्याला रिलेट करेल. कसं, तुमच्याकडे 5 सब्जेक्ट्स आहेत, तुमच्याकडे 1 महिना आहे, तुम्ही काय करताय रे, किंवा प्रत्येक 5 आठवडे सर माझ्याकडे शिल्लक आहेत, माझ्याकडे 5 सब्जेक्ट आहेत मला या एक्झामसाठी. मग मी प्रत्येक आठवड्यामध्ये 1 सब्जेक्ट प्लॅन करतो. प्रत्येक आठवड्यात 7 दिवस आहेत माझ्याकडे. सपोज माझ्या प्रत्येक सब्जेक्टला 7 युनिट्स आहेत, म्हणजे मला प्रत्येक दिवशी एका युनिटचा अभ्यास करायचा आहे इन डिटेल. ओके, सो या पद्धतीने तुम्ही काय केलंय रे, तुमचा अभ्यास डिवाइड केलाय, तुम्ही प्लॅन केलाय की बाबा कशा पद्धतीने अभ्यास केला पाहिजे. तर तुम्ही तुमचं ऍक्च्युअली शेड्यूल जे आहे ते डिवाइड केलंय डिफरंट सेक्शन्स मध्ये. तसंच आपल्याला जमीन मोजणीबद्दल आपण हा जो जमिनीचा भाग असतो हा डिवाइड करतो वेगवेगळ्या सेक्शन्स मध्ये, आणि मग आपण त्याचे मेजरमेंट्स घेत असतो. I hope I have tried to my level best to explain you how this principle works actually, to work from whole to part. Please, any doubt, you can unmute yourself so that we can proceed further. Any doubt regarding this first principle of surveying? Anyone? हा पार्ट हे प्रिन्सिपल समजले का, आधी सांगा सगळ्यांनी.
Yes, sir.
From whole
Yes,
part.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I hope there will be no any doubt for that. Let's proceed then. Yes. Now the second principle of the survey, to locate a point by taking out the measurements between the two reference point. Okay, now the two how this particular principle works, to locate a point, एक पॉइंट आपल्याला लोकेट करायचा आहे. कसा लोकेट करणार आहात, बाय टेकिंग द मेजरमेंट्स फ्रॉम द 2 रेफरन्स पॉइंट. ज्या दिलेल्या 2 रेफरन्स पॉइंट आहेत माझ्याकडे, 2 असतील 3 असतील, एक सिंगल रेफरन्स पॉइंट असू द्या, ठीक आहे, असं काही नाही की ते 2च असले पाहिजे, बट इट may be n number of reference points. So माझ्याकडे जे काही reference points ते अजून तुम्ही केलेले असू द्यात किंवा तुम्ही ऍक्च्युअली घेतलेले असू द्यात, त्या रेफरन्स पॉईंट वरनं मी काय करतोय, एखादा नवीन पॉईंट लोकेट करतोय. कसा लोकेट करतोय किंवा एखाद्या नवीन पॉईंटचं मेजरमेंट घेतोय. ठीक आहे, बाय टेकिंग आउट दी measurements. How this principle works, let us discuss. The two control points are selected in the area. The two control points are selected in the area and the distance between them is measured. And the distance between them is measured and it plotted on a paper. It is get plotted on a paper. All the other points marked based on these 2 points. Okay. So if you see the diagram A, okay, I will use the pointer. If you see this diagram A, see point P and point Q. These are your 2 reference points. Assume it that you have the 2 reference points, point P and point Q. So what you are going to do, you are going to locate the next point, third point, that is point R, with the help of taking the measurements or with the help of the measurements which are between the point P and the point Q. Okay. How you are going to take out the measurement? If this is just for your example purpose, for your understanding purpose. Okay. So what here I have done, see, I have divided it. I have located these 2 points, point P and point Q. And in front of this point P and Q, I have the unknown point, that is point R. Now I have to take out the measurements. Okay. I will take the help of the measurements which I have taken for the point P and point Q. What I have done that, after that, I have just drawn a perpendicular line. I have just drawn a perpendicular line. With the help of this also, I can locate the exact position of point R. How? If you draw the perpendicular, okay, here, तुम्ही perpendicular टाकताय, ठीक आहे, between these 2 points. आणि perpendicular टाकल्यानंतर तुम्हाला असं ऑब्झर्व होतंय, this is your first triangle, this will be your second triangle. Okay, so can you able to determine the distance? Yes, definitely we can able to determine the distance between P and R or distance between the Q and the R points. Okay. It may be in any fashion. You can directly put a reference line from starting from point Q, starting from point P. Okay, it may be in any fashion. And then you can exactly determine the position of point R by taking out actual measurements. Okay. So this is the 2 basic principles of our particular subject, that is surveying. I hope I have clear all the points necessary. Still, if you have any doubt, you can unmute yourself. Any suggestions, any doubt that you have? So that we can proceed for the next part, that is remote sensing or the fundamentals of the remote sensing. ऍक्च्युली हा जसा सब्जेक्ट आहे, जसं तुम्हाला यापूर्वी पण म्हटलेलं आहे की प्रॉब्लेम्स किंवा जो न्यूमरिकलचा जो पार्ट होता ना, तो सगळा रिमूव्ह केला यामध्ये. ठीक आहे, न्यूमरिकल्सचा पार्ट. नाहीतर तुम्हाला न्यूमरिकल्स खूप सारे आहेत या सब्जेक्टमध्ये आणि खूप महत्वाचा पार्ट असतो हा बेसिक सिव्हिल मधला सर्विंग. तुम्हाला सेकंड इयरला हा पूर्ण सिलेबस असतो, एक सब्जेक्ट आहे अख्खा सेकंड इयर फर्स्ट सेमिस्टर मध्ये, सर्विंग अँड जिओमॅटिक्स नावाचा. ठीक आहे, त्यामध्ये हा सगळा पार्ट परत तुम्हाला तिथे रिपीट होतो आणि तिथे तुम्हाला इन डिटेल नॉलेज दिलं जातं मेजरमेंट कसं घेतो. ठीक आहे, actually we have started the practicals also when our offline lectures are there. Okay, I have tried, but unfortunately in a very short time we have to wind up that because of this pandemic situation. Okay, and as you know, this situation is getting worse, very worse day by day. Okay, so shall we proceed for the next part of this chapter, that is fundamentals of the remote sensing? Shall we proceed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. From boys, any response?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone? Govind. What about others? I'm expecting some response from the new or the unknown sources now. We will also relocate. We will also locate them. Okay. Some unknown person are there in our meetings. Okay. They have just listened very calmly or patiently, but they are not asking me any questions. I feel they may get nervousness. It may be the case like. Okay. Now I have observed that only few people are responding. Okay. Let's start the discussion on the remote sensing. Okay. At first, we will define it. What is a remote sensing? Okay. As you can see the picture, do you have an eye for details to characterize? Okay. Some note they have mentioned here. Okay. Remote sensing. How can we define this word? What are your thoughts on this particular definition? I think at the beginning of our session, one student has explained a very nice definition. What actually we are going to do in the remote sensing, we are going to gather, it's an art and science of gathering or collecting the information of any object which is present on the earth's surface without being in physical contact with of that particular object. What actually we are going to do in remote sensing, we are going to collect or we are going to gather the information about the object which is present on the earth's surface, beneath or above the earth's surface. Sorry. And how we are going to do that? We are going to gather this information without being in physical contact with that particular person. So we are using maybe satellite navigation systems, then radar systems, sensors, different sensors we are using nowadays. Okay. See, we are having pneumatic sensors which are installed. I will just give one example. Okay, how the case is there, remote sensing. We are using pneumatic sensors which will automatically count the number of traffic or the number of vehicles which are flying on the road surface. तुम्हाला माहिती आहे की रस्ता बांधणीसाठी सगळ्यात महत्त्वाचं असतं ट्रॅफिक सर्वे किंवा ऍक्सेल लोड ज्याला म्हटलं जातं, ठीक आहे, किंवा एखाद्या रस्त्याच्या निर्मितीसाठी त्याच्या डागडुजीसाठी कशा प्रकारे असली पाहिजे टेक्नॉलॉजी, काय अडॉप्ट केली पाहिजे, हे कसं डिसाईड करतोय आपण? ट्रॅफिक सर्वे काउंट करतोय, ट्रॅफिक व्हॉल्यूम. मग ट्रॅफिक व्हॉल्यूम प्रत्येक वेळी मी सकाळी 9 वाजता चौकामध्ये बसून वही हातामध्ये घेऊन ट्रक गेलाय, रिक्षा गेली असं काउंट करणं बसणं शक्य आहे का? जर खूप क्राउडेड एरिया असेल तर डेफिनेटली नॉट, बिकॉज देर आर चान्सेस ऑफ अक्युमुलेशन ऑफ द एरर्स. बट if I use the pneumatic sensors which are installed in the shoulder portion, रोडचा जो किनारा असतो ना शोल्डर, तिथं ते इन्स्टॉल करतात न्यूमॅटिक सेन्सर्स. आणि ज्यावेळेस एखादी गाडी त्याच्यावरनं ड्राईव्ह होईल किंवा रन होईल त्यावेळेस ते सेन्सर ऑटोमॅटिकली कॅल्क्युलेट करतात नंबर ऑफ व्हेकल्स विच आर प्लॅन. ठीक आहे. So such techniques we are using, such latest techniques we are using to gather the information. ऍक्च्युअली काय केलं रे आपण ट्रॅफिक व्हॉल्यूमचा डेटा कलेक्शनसाठी, म्हणजे हे इन्फॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट करण्यासाठी तो इन्स्ट्रुमेंट यूज केलं. सो रिमोट सेन्सिंग आर नथिंग बट इट्स आर्ट अँड सायन्स ऑफ कलेक्टिंग और गॅदरिंग द इन्फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट विदाउट बिंग इन फिजिकल कॉन्टॅक्ट. आपण काय प्रत्यक्ष त्या ऑब्जेक्टच्या कॉन्टॅक्ट मध्ये येतोय का? नाही. विदाउट बिंग इन फिजिकल कॉन्टॅक्ट विथ दॅट ऑब्जेक्ट वी आर जस्ट टेकिंग आउट दी or we are just gathering the information of that particular object. Okay, so remote sensing, as you can see in the diagram also, satellite navigation system, it's a process of sensing and measuring the objects from a distance without physical contacts with them. Okay, as you can see, the satellite navigation systems are there, and through the satellites some rays are transmitted, that are being transmitted on the transmission towers, which may be the we call it as the receivers, and then it will transfer to the data analyst, okay, to convert that data into the digital form. So how we are going to do? As you can see in the diagram also, this is the diagram that is in the planets. मी तुम्हाला प्रश्न विचारला होता, किती ऑर्बिट्स आहेत आपल्या भारतामध्ये, आपल्या अवकाशात किती ऑर्बिट सोडलेले आहेत रे? कोणाला सांगता येईल का सध्या लेटेस्ट किती ऑर्बिट्स आहेत आपल्याकडे? You can take a minute and you can just search it on the internet. You can ask me the answer. सांगता येईल का सध्या भारतामध्ये ऑर्बिट सोडा, चला किती अंतराळयान आपल्या भारताने सोडलेले आहेत सध्यापर्यंत अवकाशामध्ये? ठीक आहे. आणि ते किंवा डिफरंट ऑर्बिट्स भोवती ते सध्या अजूनही ते आहेत आणि ते डेटा गॅदर करतात वेगवेगळ्या ठिकाणचा. जसं तुम्ही आता बघितलं होतं की चंद्रावरती आपण जे आपलं मिशन मून होतं, ठीक आहे, ठीक आहे, तिथे आपण अटेम्प्ट केलं होतं. अनफॉर्च्युनेटली ऍट द लास्ट मोमेंट वी आर नॉट गेट सक्सेस, बट वी हॅव ट्राईड आवर लेवल बेस्ट. जो साऊथ पोल होता मूनचा, ठीक आहे, तिथे आपण जाण्याचा प्रयत्न केलेला होता. तिथली काही इन्फॉर्मेशन गॅदर करा. आणि आय थिंक इन द लास्ट प्रिव्हियस 3-4 days ओनली NASA, I think, okay, has attempted to run that helicopter, okay, in that space. Okay, they have tried something different on the different planets. I'm not sure what exactly they have done, but something very interesting which is related with the remote sensing area. Okay, they have done it. Okay, so if you don't have any information right now, I think more than 24 ज्याला म्हणूया आपण orbits or the planets that India has been kept in the space, and these planets, I can say, not planets, but these particular rockets, whatever these orbits are there, these are collecting the information. Okay, जे स्पेस शटल मध्ये जे सोडलेले आहेत ना अंतराळयान, ठीक आहे, हे वेगवेगळे इन्फॉर्मेशन गॅदर करतात सध्या. ठीक आहे, ते काय फिजिकल कॉन्टॅक्ट मध्ये आहेत का? नो, दे आर जस्ट सेन्सिंग. They are using the remote sensing technology. Okay, so how the remote sensing technology it works? So in simple terms, I will try to define it. The first part of their performance or of their working remote sensing technology is nothing but scanning. We have to scan the object. Okay, the first part is nothing but scanning the object. Second part is characterizing. Characterizing means identifying the physical properties of that particular object. Identifying the physical or it may be the mechanical properties of that particular object. Okay, suppose it's a earth surface. तुम्ही मंगळावरती गेलात किंवा दुसऱ्या अजून कुठल्या तरी ग्रहावरती गेलात आणि ग्रहावरती गेल्यानंतर तिथल्या सॉइलचा तुम्ही स्टडी करताय. आधी काय केलं? स्कॅन केलाय तो एरिया. स्कॅन केल्यानंतर कॅरेक्टरायझिंग म्हणजेच काय, तर मंगळावरती मातीचा कुठला प्रकार अवेलेबल आहे, त्यामध्ये मॉइश्चर कंटेंट किती आहे, त्याची स्पेसिफिक ग्रॅव्हिटी किती असू शकते, ठीक आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये वॉटर अब्सॉर्प्शन कसं आहे, तर सॉइलचं नेचर काय आहे. सो वी आर गोइंग टू कॅरेक्टराइज द फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ दॅट पर्टिक्युलर ऑब्जेक्ट इन द रिमोट सेन्सिंग. दॅट इज द सेकंड स्टेप. Third is nothing but we are going to classify it in according to the types or the basic of their life. We are going to identify and we are going to quantify it. Okay, identify their nature, identify their physical properties. Okay, and then we are going to make the final analysis. We are gathering the information of that object. Okay, remote sensing. So as I told you, it's a science of acquiring the information about the Earth's surface, without actually being in contact with this. This is done by sensing and by recording the reflected or the emitted energy and processing, analyzing, and applying that energy. Okay, so electromagnetic radiations are going to be released, and they will sense that object, the unknown object. Okay, and then they will gather the information of that particular object. It may be the physical property of that object or any other relevant information about that object. Okay, so three essential things that for a remote sensing is nothing but the sensors we require, electromagnetic radiations, waves we require, and the object to be sensed. Okay, so in a film you are going to capture the photo, correct? You are going to capture the photo. So how this actually remote sensing works, if you want to define it, 6 stages of remote sensing. Okay, how the remote sensing technology works. It's just one example that I have put up. Okay, how the remote sensing technology works. The first stage is nothing but sources of energy. Okay, from which object or from which instrument you are going to gather the information. As you can see, this is nice video camera. Okay, we have, this is one example that I have brought it for you. So this is one camera. So camera is nothing but your source of energy. You are going to capture the image or you are going to capture the video. You are going to capture the image or capture the video. Second is nothing but transmission of electromagnetic radiations or the electromagnetic waves towards the object. As you click on the camera, that radiations are going to be passed. Try to understand what I'm trying to say. Okay. If you find difficult, please let me know. If you click on the camera button, what is going to happen? The flash is there. That electromagnetic radiation is going to occur. That waves will transfer towards the object of which we have to gather the information. Okay. Third stage is nothing but interaction of electromagnetic waves or your radiation with the object. As that waves will reach to the object of which you need to gather the information, there is interaction of that electromagnetic wave with the object. Stage number 4 is nothing but transmission of interacted electromagnetic waves towards the sensors. Okay, so after the interaction, that waves are get again reflected back. That waves are get again reflected back, that is transmitted of this electromagnetic waves towards the sensors. So when it reflects back, it is going to record the image of the detector. As I told you, I am just discussing one example of the camera. So after the interaction, the waves are get transmitted. Okay. कॅमेराच्या बटनवर ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही क्लिक करताल इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक वेव्ह जनरेट होतील. त्या वेव्स तुमच्या समोरच्या ऑब्जेक्टवरती पडतील. ऑब्जेक्टवरती पडल्यानंतर त्याचं इंटरॅक्शन होईल त्या ऑब्जेक्ट सोबत. इंटरॅक्शन झाल्यानंतर ह्या वेव्स परत काय होणार आहेत? इट विल गेट रिफ्लेक्ट बॅक और इट विल गेट ट्रान्समिटेड बॅक टुवर्ड्स दी आवर ऑब्जेक्ट. आणि मग रिफ्लेक्ट झाल्यानंतर त्या ऑब्जेक्टद्वारे ती इमेज डिटेक्ट होते. ओके. अँड देन फायनल स्टेज इज नथिंग बट द अनालिसिस ऑफ दी इमेज. ठीक आहे. मग त्यानंतर त्या इमेजचं कॅप्चर केल्यानंतर त्याच्याबद्दलची इन्फॉर्मेशन गॅदर होणे किंवा त्याचं अनालिसिस आपण करतो. See, I have tried to put it in the best possible way to understand how the remote sensing technology actually it works. And for that I have given you the simple example of photography. ठीक आहे. आधी तुम्ही बटन क्लिक करता. क्लिक केल्यानंतर काय कॅमेरा काय आहे? तुमचा सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी आहे. तुम्ही बटनवरती क्लिक केलं, इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक वेव्स पास होणार आहेत, रेडिएशन होणार आहे. समोर एखादा अननोन ऑब्जेक्ट आहे, त्यावरती त्या जाऊन धडकतील. तिथे त्याचं इंटरॅक्शन होणार आहे त्या वेव्सचं आणि परत त्या वेव्स रिफ्लेक्ट बॅक होतील. सगळ्याच रिफ्लेक्ट बॅक होतील का? नाही. काही अंशी त्या रिफ्लेक्ट बॅक होतील. रिफ्लेक्ट बॅक झाल्यानंतर परत त्या तुमच्या कॅमेऱ्याकडे येणार आणि मग त्या कॅमेऱ्यामध्ये जसं येतील त्यावेळेस त्या इमेज डिटेक्शन होणार आणि मग त्यानंतर त्याचं अनालिसिस होणार. I hope I have cleared how this remote sensing technology works it out. Okay. Again, this is another information. Sun rays, these are get transmitted or these are radiated on the surface of the water, and few of them are again transmitted. Okay, into the atmosphere. Some are get absorbed by the what I can say. The English word for our Marathi, that is ढग. काय म्हणतात त्याला? I just forget this typical word. Okay, I hope I will remember very soon. So if you see the working of the sun rays also, some sun rays are directly these are get received, these are get absorbed by this particular word. I just forget. ढगाला इंग्लिश मध्ये काय म्हणतात रे?
Cloud.
Yes, clouds. Okay, I had just forget. So these sun rays are get absorbed by the clouds. Okay, and some sun rays or some radiations are get transmitted again back to the atmosphere. They are just running the water cycle, or it may be any cycle. Okay, it may be the any cycle. So from this particular point, from the origin, how it works, I'm trying to show it. Okay. Next is types of the remote sensing systems. How the different types of remote sensing systems we have. Okay, that part we are going to discuss. So we have the active remote sensing system, we have the passive remote sensing system. In the active remote sensing system, we are using the artificial energy source, and in the passive remote sensing system, we are using the natural energy source. Okay, examples of active remote sensing technologies is nothing but a radar system. We have the radars. Okay, radar or laser system we have. And in the natural energy light source, we have the sensors that are been placed on the satellites. Okay, then land site or the different spots. Okay, So this is the part that we have covered up in our today's session. So the last bit of our chapter number 4, that is, I think that will be the last bit, that is GIS and GPS. Only introductory part we have. So last bit we will discuss in our upcoming session. So dear students, if you have any doubt regarding our today's discussion, what are the points that we have discussed in detail, please you can unmute yourself and you can ask me. Okay, there is so much to explain regarding the remote sensing, because we have the single subject in your upcoming 4 years. Okay, maybe in second year, third year, final year. Okay, there is so much to talk, but we have the time restrictions also, and some part is not necessary at this level from your point of view. Okay, and as I told you, your syllabus is just cut it down. For basic civil, it was cut it down by around 10%, and major portion of the numericals they have removed. अदरवाइज या चॅप्टर वरती न्यूमरिकल्स असतात, 100% न्यूमरिकल्स असतात, आणि तुम्हाला ते एक्झामला आले असते मग, ठीक आहे, 1 मार्क MCQ असते, पण तो चॅप्टर सगळा पार्ट रिमूव्ह केलाय त्यांनी, ठीक आहे. And that is why I am very much confident about myself, about the syllabus completion. Just 1 or 2 points, maybe in next lecture we are going to wind up, maybe. Yeah? Still, if you want any further explanation, we will repeat few points from your all 4 chapters. Okay, it is not like that after the completion of syllabus you don't have any freedom to ask me the questions. As per your wish, I am repeating my sentence, as per your wish, we will discuss, we will repeat the point that you find it difficult in understanding from your all 4 units. Okay, so don't bother about anything. So any questions regarding today's session? Any questions?
No, sir.
सर आता तुम्ही ते सांगितलं ते सांगा ना, ते रिपीट.
कुठला पार्ट?
ते नॅचरल मागचं होतं, ती मागची स्लाइड.
ऍक्टिव्ह रिमोट सेन्सिंग टेक्नॉलॉजी इन पॅसिव्ह. ऍक्च्युली रिमोट सेन्सिंग जसं मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं ना, एक खूप मोठी फील्ड आहे आपल्या सिव्हिल इंजिनिअरिंगला रिलेट करणारी, ठीक आहे. या रिमोट सेन्सिंग मध्ये खूप ऍडव्हान्स्ड इन्स्ट्रुमेंट यूज करतात, ठीक आहे. आणि याच्यात 2 मेन कॅटेगरीज टाकल्या होत्या, की ऍक्टिव्ह रिमोट सेन्सिंग, की ज्यामध्ये तुम्ही जे लेटेस्ट रडार्स असतील किंवा हे सॅटेलाइट नेव्हिगेशन सिस्टीम्स आहेत, लेजर सिस्टीम, ह्या तुम्ही यूज करताय, ठीक आहे. आणि काही रिमोट सेन्सिंगचे जे इन्स्ट्रुमेंट्स आहेत ते नॅचरल एनर्जीवरती आहेत, ठीक आहे. ज्या अर्थी तुम्ही सॅटेलाइट तुम्ही अवकाशात सोडताय आणि त्यानंतर ती इन्फॉर्मेशन गॅदर करताय, ठीक आहे. So there are so many methods, or there were so many types of the remote sensing equipments. मी एक एक्झाम्पल देऊन तुम्हाला सांगतो कशा पद्धतीने. As you can see, this is the mobile, ठीक आहे. तुमच्याकडे एक शस्त्र आहे सध्या, मोबाईल. You are being in physical contact with the mobile, correct? But just by clicking few words, you are going to gather the information. If you click on the Google that information about, suppose any honorable person, any known actor, okay, it may be suppose Rajesh Khanna. So if you just put Rajesh Khanna on the Google, okay, you will get all information about this legendary or the veteran actor that we have, correct? Starting from his birth, that on the Wikipedia you will get the details. Now whether you have visited Rajesh Khanna's house and you have collected the information, no. What you have done, you have used the one medium, you have used one technique, that is your mobile. You have just clicked, you have just typed the name of that actor and you have gathered the information about him, correct? So these technologies, all these parts are nothing but which are associated with the remote sensing or the GIS and GPS techniques. Okay, further again I will explain in GIS and GPS also, okay, how this works, GIS and GPS or geoinformatics. This is the best way. Okay, how to prove? We are using the latest techniques. Mobile, just put the distance, yes, distance between Solapur to Pune. Directly that Google map will be there, it will come, it will show you the distance. If you go by 2-wheeler, if you go by 4-wheeler, if you go with the Saswad or Jezuri route, or if you go with this particular big one Indapur route, what will be the time that you require, every information you will get. No, whether you have visited physically and you have taken out the measurements. No, already these with the help of the latest techniques like satellite navigation, they have considered the 2 points and they have measured the distance using the latest techniques, maybe the laser system. Okay. So in the remote sensings, we have some active remote sensing equipments. We have some passive remote sensing equipments. Don't go in detail about these different types because these are based on so many parameters. Okay. Actually, what kind of energy they are using, what medium they are using to gather the information. Based on that, it depends. Any further questions? Otherwise, I will start taking your attendance. Where is my pen? Yes, it is there. Any further questions? All questions are welcome.